Okay guys, I'm back with another retro bodybuilding magazine. Got an issue of Muscle and Fiction from April 2002. So again, that's over 20 years old, man. I don't have too much that isn't at least 20 years old. I think I may have a couple from 2007, something like that. Okay. Got 5 minutes, get abs. Yeah, right. All right, fully loaded. And we start with a supplement. Another supplement. Mesotech. Is that Kevin Levrone? Wait a minute. Does he play the guitar? I play the guitar too. Is that Kevin Levrone playing the guitar? Looks like he's playing a Les Paul. Dude, I never knew he played guitar, man. Oh, I'm going to have to look that up, see if I can find any videos of him shredding. I've been playing guitar off and on for 20 years, but I got serious about it 6 years ago. And that's when I started to really become better. Like you know, just like with anything, you have to be serious about it. You have to be consistent. Venice Vacation, editorial Muscle and Fitness, success stories, bodybuilding saved me. Let's go back to this table of contents here. Muscle up for martial arts. I hope they aren't saying that getting bigger is going to make you better at martial arts, because that isn't true. Big muscles tends to consume a lot of oxygen, so a lot of MMA fighters find a little more success when they downsize their muscularity. But Frank Zane at 60. I was always a big fan of Frank Zane. For the most part, you know, back when I was really into bodybuilding, I liked the smaller aesthetic physiques. And I mean, you know, mass monsters were cool, you know, but you had to have a small waist and some aesthetics. But I would usually prefer the smaller guys. Be a personal trainer. I got NSPA. At home training prepares you for ACE certification. Man, my course was hard as hell. I passed it eventually, but you know, the first my first go at it, I missed a passing score by like 2 or 3 points. So I took it again like 2 months later or so and aced it. But it was not easy. Battle Royale. Nitro Tech. The Smith machine. I always hated Smith machines for squats. You know, they felt very unnatural. Maybe if you were simulating a hack squat, it was okay, but yeah, I had kind of a love-hate relationship with the Smith machine, because you didn't have any anterior or posterior stabilization issues. You know, you ended up losing a lot of activation, and a lot of neurological impulse and a lot of the overall responsibility, you were spared. You would be spared of it because of the Smith machine. Ronnie Coleman. Yeah, I mean, with all due respect, Ronnie Coleman reminds me of the dark side of bodybuilding because I think he's just too young to need a walker. You know, he's barely 60 years old, so he shouldn't need a walker. Remember, strength training is supposed to ward off old age. It's supposed to keep you from becoming an old man. But when you're a super hardcore bodybuilder, what it does is it is a catalyst for becoming an old man. Because all of the wear and tear on your joints, you're going to be an old man before your time. That's something that they don't tell you. So it's kind of like finding out that Santa Claus doesn't exist. Really, in my opinion, at least. Having fully developed rear delts will help with all pulling motions as well as improve symmetry between the three deltoid heads. Yeah, he's kind of mixing up the concepts of functionality and visual development, you know, visual aesthetics. I mean, it's either one or the other. But I get what he's trying to say. Spinal alignment. Yeah, that's good that they included this. You know, that's good. Let's see. Certified strength conditioning specialist. That's good that they included this part here. You know, something about functionality. Because, I mean, in the fitness industry, I don't think, especially among novices, I don't think that we talk enough about functionality. When you look at these YouTube channels and all these guys talk about is getting jacked and ripped. Getting jacked. This will make your chest bigger. This is the only exercise that will make my chest bigger. This is the only exercise that will make my stubborn biceps grow. You know, if that's all they can talk about, then they clearly know nothing. And that's a fact. You know, you can always tell an amateur because all they talk about is getting bigger and getting ripped. Getting bigger and getting ripped. And there's so much more to this than just getting bigger and getting ripped. Especially if you work with people who are over 40. Man. Yeah, the gym is a minefield, man, because there's just a ton of accidents that can happen, a ton of injuries that can occur at any moment. And it sickens me that, you know, a lot of the YouTubers, you know, I take a look at some of these fitness channels and these guys don't know shit. Most of them don't know a fucking thing. Because like I said, all they're talking about is getting bigger. You clearly know nothing if that's all you think this is about. I was big and muscular, you know, since I was in my early 20s. But once I hit 35, none of those big muscles stopped me from developing back pain and hip issues. And, you know, I had a shoulder problem that took me 3 years to rehabilitate through massage and intensive stretch, therapeutic stretch, PNF stretching, you know, hip and back issue that plagued me for like 4 years. And the only muscle up for martial arts. And the only thing that got me through it was functional strength and mobility training. You know, but it wasn't bodybuilding that helped me. And it certainly wasn't, big muscles certainly did not ward it off. You know, so that's something to think about. You know, don't let these goofballs convince you that just having big muscles is the answer. There's a lot more to this. And hey, you'll see. If anybody that wants to disagree with that, you will see. Okay, if you continue to lift, there will be contraindications or injuries. You know, bursitis, tendonitis, frozen shoulder, rotator cuff issues, hip impingements, shoulder impingements, sciatica, you name it. You'll see. Mega creatine. A class on mass. Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, whoops, let me fix that, and Sean Ray. Yeah, I was a fan of all of these guys, man. I think Sean Ray was smart to retire at 35, you know, because that way he's still able to walk, you know, because he clearly had more years left in him, but he retired at 35. And and I know that he often said that he didn't want to play the mass game or the size game, as he called it. I agree with him. I think that playing the size game really can lead to some horrific injuries. You know, take Ronnie Coleman and Dorian Yates, for example. Dorian Yates tore his bicep. And I think he tore a tricep, which was what forced him to retire. I could be wrong about that, but I know he tore a bicep. And, you know, Ronnie Coleman, poor guy, tore everything. I mean, he's had hip issues, back issues, but they played the size game. And there's a dark side to it. So when you see bodybuilders who could be, who you know, you look at them and you say, man, you know, if only he was a little bigger. You know, I'm sure Sean Ray could have been a lot bigger than he was. And I'm sure, you know, Lee Labrada could have put on more muscle size than he had. A lot of these guys, I mean, they could be bigger than what you see, but they choose not to. And they call it the size game. They choose to not play the size game. You know, so there's that. Marcus Rule played the size game. Man, was he huge. I mean, he was blocky, but he was bigger than Ronnie. I mean, shit, if I remember correctly, Marcus Rule would dwarf Rocky. He would dwarf Ronnie when they stood side by side. He was so big. Oh, they call this butt-ups. Okay. There's a similar version to this. It's called an inverted crunch. I mistake that for the inverted crunch for a second. Initially. Germ warfare. So what you don't see can hurt you. Here's how to protect yourself against the nasty bugs and microorganisms that may be lurking in the gym. Colds, the flu, and the gym. Big arms in no time. Bullshit. Nitrotech. Before and after. With Nitrotech, you can get the results you want fast and easy. Give me a break. And even if that's true, you should be leery of anything that produces results fast and easy. Fast and easy is just bad. Just like, as I said about playing the guitar, I didn't become competent until I started playing every day. It wasn't fast or easy, and I'm still learning. And that goes for everything. Fast and easy is always bad. Cardio sucks, but animal cuts makes it easier. It gets me results. Yeah, they're thinking about how they look. But the aspect of cardio that's most important is your max VO2. And, you know, in other words, just your ability to process oxygen, or your body's ability to extract oxygen from your blood. That's what's most important. All right. Legitimate hardcore products. Yeah, it looks like the rest of this, like I'm almost done. It's mostly going to be just supplements. That's a good certification. I got NSPA, National Strength Professionals Association. When I first started, it was a National Sports Performance Association. Then they changed it to National Strength Professionals Association. I think I said that before. Yeah, we're just about done. I don't think there's going to be much else other than supplements at this point. Yeah, and advertisements. But magazines, I mean, even if it is you're reading a bunch of BS, I miss magazines. Just the assault on your senses, particularly visual. It's a lot of fun, and it's instant. All you have to do is turn the page. All right. Whey protein. Of course, they have to end it with an ad. All right. So that's it for this one. I'd like to thank you guys for watching PLA Mind and Body Works. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back with more on the fitness industry, personal training, and strength training in general. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.